If you spend too much time editing your YouTube videos, this video is for you. You probably think you need a top-notch Mr. Beast level edit to succeed on YouTube, but here's the thing. You can edit your videos in under an hour and get just as good, if not better, results. I've studied dozens of the fastest growing YouTube channels this year, and almost every single one of them uses this editing style. I'll show you how to do it right now. The framework for fast and successful editing is what I like to call cuts. Jump cuts, up close zooms, text on screen, and what I like to call surprises. I'm gonna break all of this down for you, don't worry about that. But first of all, seeing is believing, right? This is one of my favorite channels, Ethan on Everything. He has minimal editing. He barely even cuts his videos, and he puts a little bit of text on screen for whatever he's talking about. He started the year with around 50,000 subscribers or so, and now he's up to almost 250,000 in just 8 months. Ryan Trahan has also been using this editing style this year. Right now, he's doing a series where he's traveling from state to state and staying in Airbnbs. He's going to do all 50 states, and it's really minimal editing. This series has blown his channel up way past what it already was. There are countless examples of other YouTubers that use this editing style, but now let's talk about how to do it. So for the first part in this framework, jump cuts. Jump cuts are when you take a video and cut all the dead space. You cut all the uhs and ums and all that good stuff. You just chop it out. It keeps it fast paced, moving quickly. I actually just recorded another video that's probably already posted by the time you're seeing this, but let's look at it in this footage here a little bit. So here's how you do a little bit of this. You'll go to your timeline down here, get your blade, your cutter, whatever. Where you see the audio start on this clip right here, you would just hit that, you click that, delete it, and it keeps it moving from that to that. It's not that hard, and it moves it real quick to quick. So you put this to there. You cut the dead spaces. So literally you just take this, cut that, cut that. You take this, you cut that, cut that. Now it all flows together. It keeps it moving and flowing real smooth. I edit in DaVinci Resolve, by the way, which is the best free editor ever. I cannot recommend it any more than I already do. By the way, if you don't have keyboard shortcuts or macros set up on your keyboard, I highly recommend that you do that. Editing is a ton of handwork, so it's a really good idea for you to set keyboard shortcuts and macros so that you can just kind of move your fingers along there instead of moving your mouse all the way over there, clicking that you want to cut this, all that good stuff. I actually have this Corsair K100 keyboard that has programmable G keys on the side over here. I've set up macros on there so that they're dedicated to that function in my editing software. I literally have it set up so I can just move my pinky up and down these keys and do all the different things that I need to do, along with my middle finger hitting that A key for the selector. You can set this kind of stuff up with literally any keyboard. You don't have to have dedicated keys over here to the left, but you just look at those keyboard shortcuts in your video editor and go crazy with them. It really does save you a lot of time. All right, so that was C of the framework. That was cuts. So now we're going to move all the way down to the S. We're going to talk about surprises, because technically the U and the T fit under the S, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. S stands for surprises, or what I like to call pattern interrupts. When you're creating a video, even with minimal editing, you need to have some kind of pattern interrupt every 20 or 30 seconds or so, or people are going to get bored and click off. Examples of pattern interrupts like this will be literally any Mr. Beast video. Every 5 to 10 seconds in one of his videos, you're switching perspectives or something's flying across the screen, you're switching scenes, something like that. His videos kind of have to be that way because his audience is primarily composed of the TikTok generation that has the attention span of a fruit fly. But for the most part, I don't feel like my viewers over any of the channels I've ever created have had this problem, because they're not just young and have terrible attention spans. My rule of thumb is every 20 to 30 seconds include a pattern interrupt, like I already said. Lulls in content are just boring, sad to say it. A pattern interrupt could be a dynamic zoom, it could be subtitles or text flashing on the screen, or it could be flashing to some B-roll that you've taken, or something you pulled from the internet if you're talking about memes or content creators or literally any TV show or movie ever. If you don't know what the term B-roll is, it's something that you've pretty much shot with your camera or you've gathered from the internet, thrown on screen. My A-roll would be my main video, like me talking to this camera right here. If I were to take some B-roll, it could be me using my phone right here to take a video of this energy drink I have sitting on my desk. So say you're making some kind of tech review, you're reviewing a new camera you have. If I were to do that, I would go back and forth from me talking to this camera right here to me videoing that camera and throwing it on screen, some shots. If you watch MKB HD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can fit this kind of stuff into literally any niche. Like earlier, I threw on some Social Blade screenshots of Ethan on Everything and that other channel I was talking about, Ryan Trahan. It's a great idea to have a healthy mix and kind of alternate between this B-roll and this dynamic zoom and the text that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. Just real quick, if you want help using this editing style and you just want a complete content plan in general, join my free school community, Creator Edge. It's a community for aspiring aspiring YouTubers like yourself and like me, where we talk absolutely nothing but YouTube. There are free resources, free checklists, leaderboards, motivation posts, whatever you want. It's in there. I promise you, without a shadow of a doubt, this will help you level up your content game. It's at the first link in the description. Go join that if you want to. Dynamic zooms, or up close zooms as I call it in the framework, are a great and easy way to add moving parts and pattern interrupts to your edits without hardly any effort at all. Dynamic zooms in DaVinci are probably the easiest thing you can possibly do ever. I literally just did it. You just looked at it. It's literally one click and you have this effect. Here's how to do a dynamic zoom real quick. You see this right here? You click on this clip, any clip, you hit this dynamic zoom, then it's gonna zoom it out like that. And you can probably hear that coming through my headphones, but it's zooming out. Or if you want to zoom in, do it the other way. You hit swap right there and then zooming in. It's easy. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Static up close zooms are just as easy, if not easier. I think they should be used to emphasize something. Like, I'm talking about zooms right now, but what's really the most important part of the editing process? See what I did there? Now, if you want to zoom into a clip so that it flows from this regular frame to zoomed in, you'd go here, click this zoom, like 1.1, whatever you want, however far zoomed in you want to do. See, that's zoomed in. That's for emphasis. Or if you don't like your eye line right, like here, like I said, lower it. Right there. That's beautiful. I love it. Super easy, super simple, and most importantly, super quick. Text is next. A pattern interrupt that can get your point across. You gotta love text. Most editing softwares have little text animations that you just drag and drop onto your timeline. You type in what you want on your text and you're done. Here's how to put a little bit of text on screen. So you want to go over here to your effects. You want to find, I'm in single monitor mode. I'm not used to this, so it's harder to find my stuff, but you do that. Go to titles right here. You find this text plus, drag it on the screen and put whatever you want on there. See, if you're in the timeline, it's going to be right there. You can say hello, change it to whatever font you want. I'll say, put it on something stupid. That right there. Make it as big as you want. Go over here to shading in this text plus on DaVinci. It's beautiful. You can put an outline on it, and I don't want a red. I don't want a black. Do that. Then you want a black shadow around it, and you can actually hit this right here and move it wherever you want it. See, like that. Or you can do it up here in this inspector on this video tab on the settings. You can go like that, like that, like that. That's how to do that. If you want to add a magic animate to it, you can find the magic animate animation and download that, install it into your DaVinci. There's a link in that school community I talked about to download this animation, or you can just search it up for yourself. It's completely free. It's not limited to just text though. It'll let you do anything. Like if you're throwing an object or a PNG of something with a clear background on it, you can throw it on there and animate it in, animate it out, whatever you want to do with it. It's quick, it's easy, and it's simple. And it includes that pattern interrupt so that your viewers don't get bored. You would put it on this text right here, so you can double click and it'll throw it on there for you. Go in here. So if you want to say, put it on screen like I normally put text on screen, if you're used to seeing that, hit in and hit out and it'll pop in and pop out. So zoomed in and then zoomed out. I like dissolving my text out sometimes, so I would whip it in like that, and then when you get here, it just fades away. So that's how to do that. It's a little bit of how to use magic animate, all that kind of stuff. To actually get into the weeds of editing, I would have to record a whole entire video, and I will eventually do that and put it in that school community for you. Now, there are much more complicated ways to do text animations and edits and stuff like that. I don't think they're necessary for success on YouTube. You can see all the minimally edited channels that I was talking about from 2025. You don't need it. You really don't. The only place that you really need intense editing is in your intro. The cuts framework is absolutely great. It's wonderful, and every 20 to 30 seconds works in the body of the video. That being said, you do need to speed up your intro and your hook. I like to include a pattern interrupt every 3 to 5 seconds in the first 30 seconds or so of the video. TikTok brains have literally killed the attention span of everybody, so you have to hook them in. You have to put stuff on screen for them to not get bored. I say them like it's not me too. My brain has been TikTok fried too. I watch anime edits for 3 hours a day. Not really. That's a complete lie, but anyway. The most important thing about saving time on edits is posting more content. If you spend hours and hours editing every single YouTube video, unless you're in one of those highly edited niches like Mr. Beast, you probably won't succeed. This is because you won't be posting enough content for the algorithm to actually grab your videos and show them to people. You need to be posting at least once a week. Consistency is absolutely the key to YouTube success. The only way to get better at the game of YouTube is by playing the game of YouTube. Use the cuts framework. Cuts, up close zooms, text, and surprises. Keep your editing simple. Now, if you want to learn the exact content plan that will blow your channel up, check out this video linked on screen right here. Until next time, I'll be studying YouTube and making some more of these videos talking about what I learned along the way. Until next time, peace.